I wanted to do a quick video on an aftermarket in-dash nav system, or infotainment system as they call them, that I purchased for my '09 Nissan Altima. It is, as advertised, I've already plugged in it a couple times, really plug and play, other than one particular feature that I will go into in a moment. Credit has to go out to Alex Lexus Ninja, who posted on YouTube his install and vlog of this particular unit into his Altima, which helped me decide to get this particular model based on its features and what it came with. One thing, however, that I did need to do, and a lot of the vendors hopefully will tell you, if you're looking for this type of unit or something similar for whether it be your Nissan or another vehicle, you will probably see a disclaimer or at least some type of communication from them that they would like you to tell them if you have a factory Bose amplifier system in your car already. If so, you need an accessory harness. Plugging this harness in with the regular speaker cables will give you a lot of background hiss unless you get into higher volumes. And some people, if you turn your radio up loud, you probably won't notice that. But when you will notice it is when you have like text or speech to text with navigation voices, and they will always click in, click out, and have that background almost like a static or a hiss that's going on in the background. And that's because this particular unit and ones like it already have an amplifier built in, and then you're sending everything out to another amplifier. So this needs, I believe, not being an audio expert, this needs to take a high signal and make it low and then send it off to the factory Bose. And for no other reason, it's going to save you a big rigmarole unless you're an audio wizard in bypassing your factory Bose system. So one of the biggest features I liked on this particular in-dash nav system is that it has a built-in CAN bus that allows you to retain some or all of your steering wheel controls. So there are 3 or 4 extra wires in here, and in this particular unit we'll just plug in the back, and you can program your steering wheel controls if you have them in your car now. Otherwise, you need to purchase an aftermarket harness either through Metra, and there are a couple other suppliers. And I believe the code for this, for my model, the '09 Nissan, is a 2007 to 2012 Nissan and other vehicles with a factory Bose system. And what it has is the harness and the 4 RCAs that allow you to go into your aftermarket radio's preamp outputs, and that will eliminate the noise transfer. This particular Metra right now looks a little bare, and the reason why is, and this is my little beef, but also a little bit of a tip for you. This unit came with the 4 RCAs and then these 5 cables. You've got your yellow, which is right to your battery, constant 12 volt. This blue white in this particular port for the Nissan is an amp turn on remote. The red is your accessory power through your accessory and ignition. The orange is for backlight illumination if your radio is equipped with that, and your black is the ground. But it also had the RCAs. The great harness that came with this particular unit, as I mentioned, strictly and truly plug and play, however, had the regular speaker cables. So to get around that with the Bose, if you put in this Metra 707553 for the Nissan into it, you would not have any steering wheel control. You would lose those functions. So what I did was I took out the pins, the 8 pins that corresponded to the 4 RCAs for the 4 speakers, or the 4 outputs for the speakers, remove the pins and wiring from the harness with the aftermarket nav. I didn't cut them off. I clipped them back and then tied them off, including the clips, in case later on they need to go back in for another car that doesn't have the factory Bose. But also, if there's any time that you don't have to cut wires and splice, including this, it's better if you don't. So now I have the factory or the aftermarket harness that goes to my factory harness, but also has the option or added option for this particular unit of having the steering wheel controls. And then by replacing the speaker wires, I have the preamps available for my factory Bose. Now I have the best of both worlds. The little beef would be that for all their vehicles, especially anything past an 06 or an 07, is that all Metra had to do was put 3 more wires in the middle here in the particular ports, and the user would have an option to be able to hook into any aftermarket radio with a built-in CAN bus for the steering wheel controls. This way, all you're doing is getting power, illumination, your power amp, and your speakers. So stripped it out, replaced it, sounds fantastic. Any questions or comments, leave them for me and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. Thanks.